Should we go on a date? I'm ready. I have my coffee with me. Okay. Full Robusta from Uganda. Robusta being origins Uganda. It's now 25th of March 2018. It's approximately 1400 hours. Excuse me. I want to tell you a little bit of it's a long story. It's a little bit long story. Okay. Well, I like my beard. Soon will be Passover and the Jewish holiday, and the family is celebrating it, so I want to support my family, and I will celebrate with them. Okay, so I don't know what to. Should I shave? Should I not shave? I don't know. Maybe today, because it's according to the Tibetan horoscope, today is a very good day to shave. If you shave today and maybe cut your hair, it's a sign for a long life. Never mind that, that's not the reason we're here. Let's say in the same area, as you know, some of my friends are monks and some of my friends are nuns. Relationships, romantic relationships, and those kind of stuff are not on my everyday mind, and I don't really think about it. Maybe from some time to time, because I have something else in my life, something meaningful and important to me, and other people say it's the main cause of life is to make other people happy. Well, a few weeks ago, maybe, I don't know, a few weeks, I saw Ryan's YouTube clip about dealing with, what do you call it, frustration, depression, and Ryan, you knew his wife. He talked about, most of you heard his words, speaking about his late wife and how her death was hard for him, and his process on. Well, I'm not going to talk about Ryan, I'm talking about myself, but it made me think about romantic relationships that I have or don't have in my life. Well, 2 years ago, no, before that, let's say, due to my vows and not called business by not really occupation, I'm not saying business, but the surrounding people, I'm not registered to dating sites, and if I'm registered, I haven't been there for 4 or 5 years maybe. So it's on the freeze. It's, how to say it? It's suspended animation. 2 years ago, 2 years ago, out of the blue, I got a message from a woman in the States. Well, I had a relationship, a romantic relationship with a woman from the States, and we met online, and well, that was the neighbor talking outside the window. And we met online, and we talked over there on Skype and stuff, and then we met on Israel, and before I met her in Israel, I met her mother that lives in here, in Tel Aviv. And we had a good time, and she studied one part of my buddies that moved there, and before she moved to the States, she attended a school in here with some of my peers, and well, so it wasn't strange to me that people from the States approached me, and she sent me a picture. She was a lovely lady, and we talked, and well, it's 7.5 minutes, so I tried to cut the chase. We had a good time, and good online time, and then she said, well, I might be visiting Israel because I want to meet you, and by the way, I am in Syria. Oh, you are in Syria? Pretty close. Yeah, I'm with the United States Air Force. Okay. I'm I forgot her rank. She said she was a major in the United States Air Force. Well, I don't know if there is major in the Air Force. I think it's maybe a different ranks. And nevertheless, I don't know. So we talked, and she sent me, asked me to send her a picture. I sent her another picture, and she sent me another picture, and the other picture, she was in a Army Ranger uniform. So that's weird. She said she's in the Air Force for quite a while, and she's in the Ranger uniform. I think the Ranger is Army, and Air Force is something else. So I asked her, what's the name of the base you're in? She said something, a name, and I looked somewhere. I won't tell you where, because maybe you'll know. And I found out that this base is located in Iraq. Not so, yeah. And that was a little bit of frustration because it smells like she's bluffing me or a running name in Google on nothing. And I've talked to, I don't know, many people in the army, or I've talked to JP and he said something like, be careful. Not to be careful. Also, I did a reverse search on a picture. The reverse search found that she was in Iraq, like I suspected. Not like she said, but she was raped and committed suicide afterwards a few years ago. So it's weird. How come? Well, yeah, she's maybe some kind of. Maybe I told you, maybe not. That pisses me off. It's a scam. It's a scam. Well, just a few seconds. So I remembered it because of the reversal, but the guy misses his wife. So maybe I do well about it, or maybe I don't know what, but yesterday I talked to a friend of mine. He's not directly from the army service, but in Israel we say we're good friend. Yeah, we were in the barracks today together. We were not in barracks, but it's expression. Well, I've talked to him and we said some stuff about guy stuff. And today in the morning, maybe I don't really, approximately 5 a.m. I got an email. Well, when I woke up, I saw the email. It was an email of notification that I got a message in a dating site, online dating site, that I haven't been on 6 years, maybe 7 years. I've got a message from a woman. Yes, I've talked to her before, 6 or 7 years ago, but it didn't happen, we didn't click, but she sent me a message today. So it's kind of weird because is it a coincidence that I talked about relationships with my friend and now I have a notification about the dating site? I don't know. maybe it's coincidence, maybe it's, if you want to call it, kismet, or destiny, or intertwining, the symbol of, well, no symbols here, yeah, but it's called the Tibetan knot. It looks like maybe the Viking knot, and it's a little bit more diverse, but it resembles. So, wait a minute, I know this girl, and yes, we talked, and so on and so forth. So, is it or is it not? But I think, yes, of course, everybody knows that Google is tracing your cookies and stuff, and so it might be this. So I looked and say, yes, okay. Oh, she's more than we talked about it. That we talked a few years ago. She's a friend of a friend of a friend on Facebook. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she wants to ask me something about my plans to do meditations and over here in my house. Maybe. So I've asked her in Facebook. Look, I have a notification from you and a dating site, and I know it's weird because I know you got married 3 or 4 months ago. She said, a good thing you told me. So wait a minute, I have some screen photos on that subject, and I'll show it there and send her the pictures. Said, yeah, I know that it will help me to sue them. I'm on a legal process to get them to stop, and it's illegal stuff, and it's not the first time they've done it to me. If you are not there, and well, it's a hoax, and it's immoral, and that's even a felony or a crime. I don't know, maybe a felony. It's been a while since I brushed up on my legal talk. So that's it. That's what I want to tell you. So maybe some of you that are single, or I don't know, something like that, don't fall on those things and operation scams, and I'm trying to provide a service. Be aware there are scams, and if you're married or happy with your relationships, and still somebody could use your profile or ex-profile or I don't know what in order to scam others, and you will get, well, you wouldn't get bad karma for it, but believe your karma wouldn't be so pure as for letting others use, not letting, but not preventing it. So that's it. So it's nearly 90 minutes, 50 something. So I'll have two ideas for a new excuse me again. I have two ideas for a new movie, and the third one I want to do is it's stuck again. The third one I tried to do, and it got messy, and well, it didn't go because I had faulty gear. So I've attached a link to somebody else's movie that is speaking about the same stuff. It was about how to make Turkish coffee that some of you got as a goal for me. Well, until I see you again, my friends, be well and happy.